Hello, my fellow Nigerians in Yorkshire, family, students, and businesses in the UK and back home in our Nigeria. This is another video I want to really elaborate on. After we've done the Japa video 1, 2, 3, and 4, which is the pandemic, the fourth one is the pandemic. Now, this video is going to be a Japa project, steps and solutions and alternatives. What that means is that, okay, the Japa video is there. What are the steps and solutions we can help you with? What are the advice? And at the same time, we'll still put some warning, but this one is steps and solution and alternatives to Japa project for our Nigerian families, in Nigeria. So basically, we have looked at so many ways, okay? If you want to come to UK, what are the solutions? How do you go about it? There's so many solutions and there's so many circumstances which I've highlighted in our last video. First of all, you look at your finances, and if you have a family, those are step one solution. You look at your finances. If you have a family, if you're a family of 3 or 5, our suggestion is that if you have a family of 5, the best solution is for the husband and the wife to come first, to come and prepare the grant. You can leave the kids with your family and etc. And once you settle the grant, you will be able to come to UK. Another solution we try to look at on this Japa steps and solution and alternatives is that, as we said, your finances is very, very important. And whatever you do is very, very important. How are you going to get that finances? But do not try and sell your house. Whatever it is, collateral back home, always find a solution. If the husband and wife cannot come, let one of you come down and start preparing the grant. That is the best way to do it. As I've said, I highlighted about some of the things you should be expecting. Accommodation, bills, you have to pay council tax. If you're a student, you don't need to pay council tax, and etc. like that. And some of the new information we're getting now is that a lot of Nigerians are taking the student route. And why is that? Because they just want to get to UK. But we now realize that even with their school fees, they are unable to even complete the school fees. So it looks like the universities, from what the rumor we've been getting is that they might end up increasing the deposit, which is the CSA deposit, confirmation of acceptance deposit, from 4,000 to 8,000. Now, the reason being is basically that most people have not been able to meet up with their payment schedules. So when you promise the university that you're going to be coming, and the university has allowed you to pay 4,000 out of maybe 17,000, and they've done a schedule for you, but a lot of people have not been able to meet up. If you remember in the last video I said, I was talking about jobs. A lot of people do rely on coming here to come and do care and support work. But I can tell you today, that market, care and support work, is saturated. We have loads of people that have done training. They are not even able to get Monday to Friday job. That is where the problem is. And if you're not able to work, how are you going to be able to pay your school fees back? That is one thing. So in all these things, these are careful planning that we have to make. We have to make sure you prepare for. Because all those things, and if you miss your payment schedule, they will stop your course. They will cancel your course. It's as simple as that. So the danger there is basically that if you try to come to UK, and if you try to come through this student route, but you're not paying your school fees, that is another thing. Another thing we have just realized is that there's a lot of our Nigerian people that they come here basically attending classes and etc. At the end of the day, is difficult, because when you all of a sudden bring your children, let's for example a family, husband and wife bring their 2 or 3 children, and they don't have a plan for the children, and we've had situation where husband and wife have gone to work and leaving their children basically at home. There is no preparation for that. And this is bad, because the husband and wife are so desperate. And this is why the pressure will really go up. When you get here, you want to work, you want to make every money, you want to pay your bills. What about the children? There's no plan for the children. So we have to have a proper plan for the family, including the children. But we always advise, if you know that your finances are not going to be able to meet up, the best thing for you to do is to basically, you alone should come down, or your husband should come down. Leave the children back in Nigeria. Make sure you prepare the grant before you come down. And some of the alternatives as well we've just seen is that, this Japa project, everybody is a Japa project to UK. We've just realized that you can always have a Japa project basically to another country. And where is this another country? I can tell you that Canada is a very good place that a lot of people are going now. Canada outperforms the United Kingdom at the moment. It has a very good scheme program. I'm going to try and put the website of what you need to go. This is the Canadian government website. It's not any agency website. You go directly to the Canadian website, you start looking at the scheme. They have a lot of schemes, visa schemes. And the reason why I'm saying this is that we've had one or two of our Nigerian that even that were executives. They were here, they were living here, and immediately they finished their studies. They got a good news from Canada that their paper has come through. And what happened is that they've been processing this Canadian visa even before they got to UK. So what you need to do is that whatever plan you're having now, I was just speaking to one Nigerian in Nigeria about this Canada. What you need to do, you need to start working on the Canadian visa. Canada is another attractive place, which is good right now, besides UK. I know that everybody wants to Japa to UK, by all means, but Canada has a very good economy at the moment, better than the United Kingdom. And this is what I can tell you. This is the secret I'm telling you right now. And if you want to go, you just have to go on the Canadian government website. Don't click on all these agencies. Don't pay money to any agency. You can process this yourself. By the time you go on the Canadian government website, you'll be able to see different types of scheme. And I can tell you the reason why this scheme in Canada is better than that of UK. Canada, if you process your visa, for example, there is a scheme that is called Express Entry. There is another one, family sponsorship. All those things, if they give you visa to come today, immediately you land Canada, you have your permanent residence. The difference between this and that of UK is that UK, you have to stay for 10 years. 10 years. 10 years before you get your permanent residence. So this is one of those things we're looking at, So these are the alternatives to Japa UK. You can Japa to Canada, and you can start looking at it. I want you to look it up. You'll be able to see what I'm talking about. A lot of people are traveling to Canada. There are more opportunities. There are more job opportunities. At the moment, technically, UK is in recession. Technically, UK is in recession because everything here, the prices of rent has gone up. The prices of petrol has gone up. Inflation has gone up. We buy bread. How much did we buy bread before? 75p. Bread has gone to 150 to £2. So it's not easy. So if you're trying to rush to UK now, you are not looking properly. Canada is an alternative. Even if you're coming to UK, start processing that of Canada. Go to the Canadian government website. Start processing that. It's very easy. You set up your profile. Once you set up your profile, you start looking at it. So this is why I call this video Japa Project Steps and Solution and Alternatives. And that alternative is Japaing to Canada. Canada is a very lovely place, although it's further than UK, but I can tell you a lot of Nigerians are there. And to be honest with you, I've had friends that are there and they're having a good time. It's good. It's a good place at the moment, better than UK. So those are the things that we want to let you know. So if you're planning to come here, you have to understand that the care work and the support work is saturated, is overwhelmed. You can come down here, do your training, you do your DBS training, you do your care work training, but there's a possibility you might not be able to get Monday to Friday work. A lot of people have called us that, okay, they've done this training, but they've not been able to get a job. There is a family I told you in the other Japa video That family sold their stuff, everything. They came down here and they've not been able to get a work for 3 months or 6 months. So while you're not working, you're racking up bills. How are you going to pay your rent? How are you going to pay your bill? How are you going to feed your kids, especially if you're here with kids? So the solution to this is why I call this Japa video, this one I'm doing, is steps and solution and alternatives. These are the steps and solutions, but you just have to do your time, make sure that you look at all these options. You can start processing UK, at the same time start working on Canada, and that will really help you. The Canada is more easier, and I can tell you, you'll be able to, have an alternative. You don't want to put your egg into one basket. That is my understanding. So that's why I call these steps and solutions and alternatives. And there are lots of countries like Canada that you can go and you'll be able to understand. So another thing I want to say is basically that, all we need to do, I always stress this again, if you're trying to come to any part in the UK, if you say you still want to come to UK, make sure that you look at the area you're going. Type in the Nigerian community in that area. And if you can't find it, go on Kanuk. Kanuk is Central Association of Nigerian UK Communities. But if you're coming to Yorkshire, please contact us, admin@nycn.org.uk. We can give you advice, only if you're coming to Yorkshire. But the advice we give to you, you might be going to somewhere, but you need to look at your rent. You need to look at etc. Make sure if you're coming as husband and wife, have a budget of 6,000 to 7,000. If you're insisting to bring all your family of 3, 4, 5, then you have to be having to make sure that you have up to 10,000 that will last you for 3 to 6 months. It's very simple, depending on the exchange rate anyway. So there are solutions to coming to UK, but some of the solution is proper planning, making sure that if you're coming, if you have a family of 5, you leave the kids for the meantime. You and your husband can come, or you alone can come. That is number 2 solution. Number 3 solution is looking at the alternatives. Which alternative place can you Japa to rather than UK? And we can suggest to you that is Canada. Canada is good. I'm going to post the Canadian government website onto the bottom of this. You can have a look at it. Okay. So anyway, finally, as we're saying, Nigerians are going to be coming here, and the university as well. They've realized that Nigerians are not keeping up to their school. Most of the Nigerians, obviously, they pay for this and they don't attend the lecture. So at the end of the day, the Home Office is looking at all those things. So we need to be very careful to make sure that if we're coming here to study, we attend our classes, and we can keep up with our payments. Otherwise, the Home Office will know, because the government is trying to change the rules. Even from the information I've got, the UK government is trying to change the post-study year from 2 years to 6 months. And there's a reason for that, because they've now realized that families that are coming, they give one visa to one family, either the husband and wife, they will come with all their family. So that is why I said the UK economy is saturated with immigrants. And this is why coming here to thinking that you can get a job, leaving your job there, and it's something that it might not be realized. So I know that all because of the security, what is going on in Nigeria, everybody wants to leave and Japa, but there are other solutions there. You can Japa to Canada. You can do a proper financial planning. You can choose who wants to come first, you or your husband, or you and your husband, and leave the kids behind. And if you're a single Nigerian just trying to start your life, there are so many ways. Why don't you look at Canada? If you're young and single, look at Canada has up to lots of schemes. Go onto their website. They have lots of schemes that will benefit you as a single, or a young person in their 20s trying to start their life. You can go to Canada. Coming to UK, you will not even get a visa, unless you come through the Tier 4 student visa route. And that is going up now. The fees are going up. The deposit for the confirmation of acceptance, will be going up in some universities from 4,000 to 8,000. So this is what we can see at the moment, and that is why we are alerting you. So again, I want us to understand that we're here to help you. And for those people that don't know me again, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Mr. J. Skolawole. I'm the founder and the president of the Nigerian Yorkshire Community Network, UKCIC Group, in Leeds, in West Yorkshire, in the whole of Yorkshire. We are in charge of Yorkshire. You're more or less like looking after Nigerian student families in Yorkshire. And our organization was created to help Nigerian students with food, free food, on a weekly basis or 2-week basis, free, help them with accommodation. We refer them to our other agencies and jobs as well. But the jobs at the moment is saturated, to be honest with you. So this is the latest update. And for those of you that were able to attend our meeting, and I know some people was calling from Nigeria, and I was able to give them some more explanation, analysis on the Japa video. We did 1, 2, 3, 4. You're welcome. I will be organizing, more meetings so that I will invite you. I can help you how to live in the UK. Japa project, how to live in the UK. But this one is Japa project, steps and solution and alternatives, how you can Japa. Okay? So may the Lord continue to bless us. May Allah bless us. And please, let's continue to do the right thing and do not sell our vote. We hope, fingers crossed, we get the best leader in the next couple of days. And, we hope for better Nigeria, and let's continue to be one Nigerian, no matter what we're going through. I know that it's hard in Nigeria. I know. The insecurity, everything, even people don't get paid. It's frustrating, but let's do our plan, please. Let's do our plan. At least if you have to escape somewhere, make sure you don't escape and go there and suffer. We don't want you to do that. Do your proper planning, and I can tell you, and pray, and all your prayers will be answered. May the Lord bless us. Or I'll speak to you soon. Next update, I will give you more updates on more Japa processes and etc. Okay? Thank you very much. Bye-bye.